We're gonna go ahead and start Setsubun now. The Oni Pagoda Festival. Prologue to the Oni Tower. As always, chat, we will be reading it. This is a tale of something that may or may not have happened.
So, here's what we know about this latest incident. Recently, a mysterious horned duo were seen using a combination of liquor and crocodile tears to scam the staff into secretly race-shifting them somewhere.
Who could that be? Mysterious? Really? Took me all of 2 seconds to figure out who did that.
I agree. This has Shuten and Ibaraki written all over it. Sure, we don't exactly need Holmes's help to figure out the culprits this time, but that's not the real issue. The real issue is the strange signal we've been picking up from the little Japanese village they race-shifted into. After a bit of research, we figured out that it's yet another minute singularity. I'm guessing they race-shifted there after they caught some wind of some treasure to be found. Couple of slick operators, those two. Especially that Shuten Doji. I could easily see them digging up, say, a holy grail.
Impressive as always from the Oni bandits of Mount Oe.
This is no time to be admiring their skills as thieves, senpai. That said, it doesn't look like this is a full-blown holy grail. We did get a reading that looked like a holy grail for just a moment, but it turned out to be more like a pile of holy grail fragments. But it's a fairly big pile, with a lot of pure magical energy to it. I imagine that's what Shuten Doji and Ibaraki Doji are looking to get their hands on. Can you tell us exactly what's going on in that area, Acting Commander Da Vinci? If Shuten and Ibaraki are involved, then does that mean there's an alcoholic fog hanging over the place like there was during Rashomon? Well, our readings sure do resemble the Rashomon mess, but things are a little different this time. Here we're dealing with a tower. It's odd, the thing appeared just out of nowhere and we're not sure what it's for. It's not just any old tower. The height and the shape of the thing shouldn't be possible from the structural standpoint. You'll know what I mean when you see it for yourselves. At any rate, I have no idea what they're planning, but we can't risk this turning into another singularity. Gouda, I'm gonna need you to race shift there yourself and handle things before that happens.
You got it.
And that's what I like to hear. Of course, you won't be going alone. Given that this particular location, I thought that it'd be best if a Japanese servant well acquainted with its climate and culture went along with you. Fortunately, I already found one killing time in the rec room. Come on in.
Who could it be, chat? This female samurai. It's Ayaya.
Your choice of words is a bit misleading. I wasn't just killing time. I was quite busy sneaking up on cowardly snipers and knifing them in their backs, before they had a chance to shoot me from their little spawn camping positions. Truly, there are very few things I enjoy more than killing spawn campers. As you can see, she's, gotten really into first-person shooters.
Now this is bullshit. 1 hour per game. But this is for real. I hope you're not hurting your eyes.
Not to worry, Master. These games of the video are not my only means of entertaining myself. Myself? Shadow clones. I've also been availing myself to that room's analog offerings. I speak, of course, of the games where two players take turns commanding pieces on a wooden battlefield. shogi, chess, backgammon. Space Marines 41,000. Every one of these has proven to be an invaluable tool for sharpening my command of military tactics. Well, can we get back onto the topic now? Oh, of course, my apologies. I got a little carried away. Ahem. Tell me, Master, Lady Da Vinci, how may I be of service?
Yes, it's Warhammer chat.
I see, so that is what those two are up to.
Do you know them?
Only by name and face. So you haven't talked to them much? No, I have not. They are Oni, vile creatures that, by their very nature, exist only to harm and feast on humans. However, these Oni are also servants, and each serves the same master as I. I therefore must trust them. But be that as it may, I'm afraid that I have not yet had occasion to meet them properly. Still, that's of little consequence now. If you will have me, then I'll be happy to join you in investigating this strange Oni tower. Oh, I almost forgot. In addition to you being Gouda's primary servant, I'd also like for you to lead the other servants who will be accompanying you. Can you do that? As you wish. However, I do feel compelled to ask, much as I am honored to be appointed general for this mission, I wonder how it is you came to choose me. Surely there is a Japanese general of far greater skill and fame than I residing here in Chaldia. Yeah, I know who you're referring to, but sending her after those two would not end all that well. A peaceful resolution would be pretty much out of the question with her in charge.
I wonder who that could be.
So I thought, since you're not a berserker, since you have such a good head on your shoulders, that you'd be a good choice to lead this mission. I cannot say I fully understand your reasoning, but if I am the one most suitable for this mission, I'm happy to accept. However, if it is not too forward of me, there's one thing that I'd like to ask of you, Master.
What's that?
This will be my first mission since I was summoned to Chaldia. As such, I cannot afford to fail. Even as we speak, I've been steeling myself with even greater resolve than usual. Therefore, if you do not mind, I would ask to be given an official title for this operation. A call sign, I believe, is the term. After all, a special name gives one a special sense of purpose. Huh? What would I like it to be? An excellent question. Naturally, that would be... That is, I will be happy with anything you decide, Master.
Well, since it is that time of year, how about General Setsubun?
Yes, that's perfect. Isn't that just a little bit on the nose? Indeed, it describes my position exactly. It could not be more perfect. As far as I am concerned, too obvious is just right. Now that I think of it, my beloved also had a wonderful second name that... Ahem. At any rate, I'm proud to accept the name you have bestowed upon me, Master. I cannot wait to begin. I am Shogun Setsubun, and I have been charged with a critical task. I shall see the plot of these Oni, whatever it may be, foiled.
Yay! Prologue Part 2.
And now, we gird ourselves for battle. Our first order of business is to find this tower. Master, I shall lead the way while you...
Found it. It's quite the pagoda. Holy shit, that's quite the pagoda. Well, that's big.
We have visual on it here as well. It seems safe to assume that this is the tower in question. Our observation results say that it has 100 floors. So instead of a 5-story pagoda, we have a 100-story pagoda, huh? Of course, there's no way they pulled this off with standard architectural engineering. If they had tried, it would have come crashing down well before the 50th floor. Anyway, we're still analyzing, but I'm pretty sure this tower is Shuten Doji's noble phantasm, multicolored poison Shinpen Kidoku.
I just can't even with this.
I had the feeling that you'd say that, but I'm afraid that's the only way to explain it. After comparing our data from examining the tower to Caldia's database, according to our observational data, Shuten Doji's noble phantasm was the one that it had the most in common with. But how can that be? This is clearly a tower, not wine. Exactly, that's the biggest head-scratcher here. But once you figure that out, all the other pieces will fall into place. It's fine. Looking at what things are like here, I'm guessing that Shuten Doji combined the magical energy source with her noble phantasm to build this tower. Mama, so you figured it out already. I'm impressed.
She's sending a hologram to us using alcohol mist? Sure, why not?
You got it in one go. I made this 100-story pagoda with my Shinpen Kidoku. I call it the Oni Pagoda. Shuten Doji. Whoa, how are you communicating with us? Are you actually projecting your image through an alcoholic fog? I've never seen that before. So, how do you like it? Anything that you lot can do, then we can do even better. But don't ask me how it works, because I don't have a clue. I call it Fog Time, designed by Shuten in the Oni Pagoda. It's been so very Shuten since its debut that people have been peeing their pants. Leave your belongings behind and we'll let you escape with your lives.
Smack her out of the way.
Easy, Baraki. Slow down. You can't reveal everything right at the start. The Oni Pagoda. So that is this tower's name.
Why did you make this thing anyway?
You wanna know why? I'm sure you'll be able to figure that out if you were to make it to the top. This probably goes without saying, but that's where you'll find us, too. Don't get lost on the way here, alright? Dana-huh? That explains nothing, Shuten Doji. Now that Master has given me the role of Shogun Setsubun, I wish to know the ultimate goal of your scheme. If you would rather not tell me, then no matter. Is that so? I had a feeling that you would be showing up. Interesting title you've got there. Now that you mention it, it is that time of year, isn't it? What time of year is that? Setsubun, of course. That's as good a reason as any for me to have built this tower. What nonsense is this? Are you only completely unaware of logic and the natural order of things? When two armies are about to engage in combat, it is incumbent upon them to face one another and declare their reasons for going into battle. Have you no decency at all?
Uh-oh. I know that voice.
There is no point in explaining the rules of warfare to an insect, General. Shogun, the only way to handle such a creature is to squash them. Like this.
Called it.
Minamoto no Raiko Dono.
Right, of course she'd show up.
Anna? Why do you look so terrified? It's me, your Raiko, the dependable Oni exterminator. The warrior as devoted to you as a mother is to her children. So please, relax. You have nothing to worry about. All you need to do is give me the order to eradicate these insects. Go on. Yep, there it is. She's going full Kishimojin right out of the gate. Sorry about this, I did manage to convince her not to lead this expedition. But I couldn't come up with a good reason for her to not join the rest of the servants accompanying you. Right. Plus, she is a tremendous asset in combat. So you're here too, I couldn't care less about you myself, but if there's one thing my tower doesn't need is a woman who's too uptight to have fun. I always knew you to be an insect lurking in Caldia's shadow, but I believed that you might still serve a purpose, even if only as a pawn to sacrifice. But if you have begun to wreak havoc outside of Caldia's walls, then you leave me no choice. No choice at all. I will execute you swiftly and mercilessly. I always wondered when you would show your true colors. Now at last my patience has been rewarded. Do you think I would rejoice at the thought of that I finally have a proper reason to rid myself of an irritating bug? Nothing could be further from the truth. Putting her aside for now, let me just tell you this. This 100-story Oni pagoda here is, well, wine. It might be a giant tower, but it is still wine at its heart. What do you mean by that? It doesn't matter how hard you can hold your liquor, sweetie. Drink enough wine and anyone will get drunk. So you might find yourself getting a little tipsy each time you reach a new floor. Come on up. Enjoy yourselves along the way. And don't forget to play with the other Oni while you're at it. Other Oni? You mean there are Oni in this tower besides the two of you? I hope you're in the mood for some Setsubun fun. It's not healthy for anyone to be stuck inside all the time, so why don't you all come up and join me for some fun? Oh, are you doing the fadeaway laugh thing? I want to do it too. I've so got this. As a terrifying Oni leader, I've never neglected to practice my haughty laugh. Here goes. Koo-ha-ha! Koo-ha-ha-ha-ha! I see those two haven't changed a bit. Still, I am curious about what she told us, namely that you'll become intoxicated with every floor you ascend, and that there may be other Oni present as well. You mustn't take bugs at their word, Mashu. You would be a perfect little girl if only you weren't always so serious. Shinpen Kidoku originally belonged to me. Rest assured, we have nothing to fear from this tower. Furthermore, following a path that Oni have laid out for us is out of the question. There's no telling what sort of nasty traps they may have put in place. We must be smart about this.
Meaning?
Meaning that I will just scale the tower and kill them myself right now, okay? Raiko Dono, please wait! You're being a bit hasty. You should wait for Master's orders. Damn, is she really planning on running straight up all 100 floors? So much for being smart about this. She's going full berserker today, huh? Oh my, look how far up she's already gone. There's no stopping her.
Wow, she's fast. I can't even see her any. Ooh.
But Raiko Dono.
When did it start raining Raiko?
I'll run a medical checkup on her right away. What's this? Her spirit core hasn't been damaged directly, but it's as though her magical energy is running low, like it's stagnating somehow. Basically, she seems to be suffering from extreme exhaustion.
Are you trying to say, Mash, that perhaps she needs a mana transfer?
You again? You know us, Oni. Just when you think we're gone, we pop right back up. I forgot to mention something. There's no way I was ever gonna let you just climb up the outside of this tower after all the trouble I went making it. And that's why I set it up so that climbing or flying up to the top will get you really tipsy. So make sure you come up one floor at a time, nice and proper now. You hear? So this is your idea of tipsy, huh? Getting lightheaded, losing your sense of balance? Sounds more like completely smashed to me. I'm sorry I couldn't make it the fun kind of tipsy. These things happen when you go and turn wine into a tower. But don't worry, it's not as bad as long as you make your way up here inside. Sure, it might wear you out a bit, but you'll probably be fine as long as you rest up and take turns along the way. Okay then, we'll be taking it nice and easy at the top, waiting for you to show up. Ha 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 ha! Whew, I believe that should be enough laughter for now. I am getting pretty tired. I must say though, Shuten, do you not find it wasteful to use your delicious wine on such frivolities? I may not be as strong as you, but I can still hold my liquor quite well, you know. If you just wanted someone to drink with you, surely you and I could have sufficed. So it looks like Raiko's current state is a result of her breaking the rule not to climb the outer walls. What's more, it looks like there's no way to completely avoid this exhaustion, even inside of the tower. And we won't be able to determine exactly how intoxicated or exhausted you'll get in there until you actually start climbing. So if you want to clear this tower as quickly as possible, you'll probably need to switch out your tired fighters for fresh ones as you go along. If worse comes to worse, we might even need to draw on Caldia's entire servant pool. Wine. Why did it have to be wine?
What's up with the sighing? Is there a problem?
No, of course not. I'll simply do the best I can under the circumstances. Now, Master, let us begin. This will be our magnificent first step towards conquering this Oni Tower. My spirits are high, and my preparations are complete. There's nothing to worry about whatsoever. I shall lead by example, thus demonstrating to all who follow that Shogun Setsubun is here.
Wow, you are fired up. That's assuring.
Thank you for your kind words, Master. I must confess I get intoxicated at the faintest whiff of alcohol. But I'm reasonably certain that I can manage as long as I keep my spirits up. I'm suddenly feeling much less reassured about this magnificent first step.
Hooray! For those wondering about what is Setsubun anyway, Setsubun is a time of seasonal division, and it is used kind of to ring in spring in Japan. Although, the time that it comes in is similar to the Lunar New Year. And it's meant to be a festival to cleanse the evil of the past year and drive away any bad spirits for the coming year, etc., etc. Scale the 100-story pagoda. Clear event quests to climb the pagoda one floor at a time. But be careful, servants you include in your party must rest for a while before you can bring them to another event quest. This effect will also be applied to different copies of the same servant. No cheating, chat. Alright, and now it is time to climb. Remember, the basic layout is every 10 floors is a boss fight, and everything before that is just simple climbs. Let's get climbing.